everyone, Alexa Donne here, and today I am going to be giving you a writing update. I've kind of stopped doing vlogs because I can't leave my apartment, and frankly I've never actually been very good at doing the writing vlog part of writing vlogging, so I thought it would be much easier to just sit down and give you a writing books update, and in the process, because what I am working on is my option material, talk a little bit about book options. I have technically talked about options before after my last book, my last contract was coming to a close. So after I wrote The Stars We Steal for Houghton Mifflin Harcourt, I had an option on that contract, but it ended up going in a slightly non-traditional way. I ended up writing The Ivies, a full manuscript in a new genre, in large part because it was completely new, and it was important to write the entire thriller to be like, hey, she can do this thing. So this is going to be my first time submitting an option the traditional way. So how does that work? It does vary publishing house to publishing house and also editor to editor, and you kind of talk to your editor about what they want, but generally speaking, a proposal is sample chapters of the book that you want to write, that you want them to buy, plus a detailed outline or a synopsis. In essence, you're saying, this is the book, a general outline overview of what you can expect from the whole of the book, and these sample chapters so you get a sense of the voice, point of view, and style that I will write the book in. Your publisher gets anywhere from a few weeks to up to 60 days usually to review and consider that material and then make an offer on it. That said, I definitely have heard from different people varying windows and lengths of time with an option. You go into it usually in good faith because you like your editor, you like your publisher, and if it takes your editor a bit longer to consider the material, if taking your option to acquisitions takes longer because acquisitions takes longer at some pub houses, you just kind of roll with it. So essentially for the first time, I'm in a real option situation. I am working on a proposal. So I know the thriller that I want to write. I know what it is, and in fact, I had a huge breakthrough moment like 3 weeks ago. You've actually heard about this project before. I started it last summer during August, so it was covered in 1 or 2 of my reading, writing vlogs. I had a brainwave last summer of how to execute basically a plot twist idea I had. This is the problem with starting backwards, like all you have is a plot twist and that's not a plot. So I've been basically working backwards to fill in what the heck this book is for over a year. Last summer's brainwave gave me the framework for the story. I wrote about 12,000 words, but it ended up sitting because I sold the Ivies and then I went through the editorial process on the Ivies. The good thing is now I'm here the next summer, I'm coming back to it fresh, and it's like, I'm like a fizzy bottle that you shake. I am so excited to write this book, and in fact, I'm already in the drafting process. I started drafting a week ago, and I've been trying to write every day. I'm back to my word tracking with my star stickers. I have been doing word sprints. I am doing the thing. And my brainwave of about 3 weeks ago. So I was kind of trying to move past that initial 12K words, which was approximately 4 or 5 chapters. And I was writing a chapter and I was really, really stuck. Like I've been nursing it essentially all summer. Like maybe I could move forward on this book. And I couldn't. I'm writing toward my murder essentially, which should be my inciting incident, but I am currently, as of today, which is Sunday, August, who knows what days are anymore, it's August 16th. I'm at 22,000 words. I'm still not at the murder, and I'm kind of like, is my murder an inciting incident or is it a break into 2? We're gonna see how this goes, and I also might just brutally edit this later. Discovery writing, it's a process. I'm feeling my way through the manuscript, but I was stuck at about 12, 13K words, and I realized I didn't know enough about my victim. Who my victim really was as a person, and because I hadn't actually figured out who she is, I couldn't write her essential introduction scenes, the bonding scenes I need her to have with my main character. Main character needs a reason to investigate this person's murder. I need my main character to care, but who is this person? Not just on the surface. I could have written some filler scenes of a nice girl, but that's really not enough for me to know who a character is personally. Not when a character is gonna have to have a bunch of people who want them dead for different reasons. Thrillers, because remember, you need to have a lot of different motives and red herrings to kind of disguise the real one. I know who kills this person and I know why, but I was like, she has to be a textured, complex, and layered enough person that the reader kind of likes them so that I can do fun suspense work of peeling back the layers of who they were in other avenues and other ways, but have them have done certain things that are bad enough that more than one person wants them dead. Well, I had a brainwave about 3 weeks ago, and the depths to which my thinking goes sometimes, I'm like, wow, I would murder someone who did that. So I came up with the thing that makes this character kind of awful, but it also clicked for me. If this is something that this person would do, what are the layers of their personality? Who is the face that they show to everyone else versus who are they deep down? What are the implications of a terrible thing that I have come up with? And she just sprung to life for me. And I was able to jump into my daily writing habit again, word sprints. So now I'm at 22,000 words. I've written about 10,000 words since throwing myself back into the manuscript. Again, I'm still not at the murder. I know how she dies too, but I'm getting there and I'm feeling really energized. Just like yesterday, the worldwide word sprints was so helpful. I wrote 2,000 words in like 2.5 hours, which for me is a lot. Man, I gotta say, like, this is both like a thumbs up to those of you who can do it and a pep talk to people who are like me. When you see some of the word counts in those word sprints, like in 15 minutes, people are writing 600 words and I'm over here like 253 words. Honestly though, it really does add up and you have to kind of not compare yourself to others. That's the hard part. There were people going for 10K yesterday and I was like, no. My 170 word session plus 253 plus 307 and so on and so on. It added up over the course of a few hours to what is double my normal daily word count. And it made up for a few days this past week that I took the day off because day job is picking up again too, which is a whole interesting thing though. I'm gonna be home throughout the rest of the year. I'm not gonna leave my apartment for 9 months basically, other than to go to a grocery store, which I hope we're all okay. But I'm, of course, clearly creative again. I'm feeling like I can draft again, and it's a really good feeling. And I'm just gonna write as much as I can, because bringing it back to the option proposal, I'm pretty sure I'm writing more than I actually have to turn in. But because of the discovery writing process, I figure go with it. I'm gonna fast draft as fast as I can. I'm gonna write as much as I can. And then the detailed part of the proposal, which will be either a synopsis or an outline, is just gonna be more detailed. So I'm really looking forward to the process. My goal is to get this manuscript and proposal into a state where I can submit it in late September or early October, mostly because honestly, we're in the weirdest publishing summer in a long time, where it's both the typical publishing summer. So for those of you who aren't familiar, publishing notoriously shuts down during the summer because normally during the summer we have lives and vacations and we go places. I mean, I go places. Editors and people who work at publishing houses and agents go on vacation during the summer. So it's notoriously slower for getting manuscripts read, for getting work done. But this publishing summer is the weirdest publishing summer. It's both slower than ever, but not. Some things are happening and some things aren't. So like to me, it hasn't felt like publishing has stopped. I've been working on the Ivies this whole time. We did copy edits in July and now that part of the manuscript is put to bed, so to speak. But I want to give my darling editor some breathing time. I didn't want to like hit her with a proposal in August because even though we technically can't go anywhere, let's pretend it's a normal publishing summer and everyone deserves a little time off. So I feel like fall, even if mostly things haven't changed, as far as I know, California's remaining on lockdown. I feel like New York's still pretty locked down as well, which is where all the publishing people are. Fall will feel kind of refreshing and new. Once we, like September 1 is like a magic barrier between publishing summer and publishing fall. So publishing fall just feels like a better time for me to submit my proposal. So that, I like that feeling. And it's also been nice because it meant I didn't have to rush this proposal process. I haven't felt too much pressure to kind of get it done, and that has been helping me creatively. So I rambled on long enough. That is your what the heck I'm doing with my writing process update. I'm working on a new YA thriller, and just to give you a little sneak peek of what the book actually is, while keeping plenty close to the vest. I don't want to say too much too soon, if that makes sense. It is a small town secrets book. It is YA. It is set in Northern California. I'm pretty sure I've said that before in a video. And I'm pulling basically some of my favorite tropes and tonal elements from both noir and from gothics to kind of do my own YA small town secrets thriller. So how is everyone else doing? Is anyone else in drafting mode? What kind of things are you working on? I gotta say, it feels kind of magical to be drafting again. I always appreciate the breaks because of honestly how much I like editing, but think about it. I technically, other than working on this a year ago, so I drafted part of this a year ago, but when I really think about actively drafting a whole book, I haven't done it since I started at Ivy's in January of 2019. So it feels nice to be back into this mode. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. I will make more writing updates that also kind of fill you in on aspects of the publishing process. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that. I post new videos 2 to 3 times a week. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and happy writing.